Quanah Hill. I haven't been out here since, jeez, before I got my, hey look, it's a deer. Before I got my Subaru Forester, my 2017. So it's been a while, at least 3 years. Felt like something different. I like it when I came out here last time. It's just a little more of a drive. But man, it is so quiet out here. I've got the only car here right now, and all you hear is nothing. It's kind of some nature, some lake life, sort of people hanging out their houses, doing their thing. I'm still on the Quanah Honzo ST 2020 model. Still love it. Still fun. It still feels like the perfect hardtail for me. But I've got another test coming for wheel size. Let's see. Okay. So that's new. Horseflies. And they bite. Okay. So, don't stop moving would be the key today. Anyway, my wheel size debate is this frame is made for a 29-inch wheel. I have never ridden this bike with a 29-inch wheel. I've always ridden it with a 27.5 plus, which is very close to a 29, but not the same. So, to make sure that this truly is the perfect hardtail for me, I'm going to do it right. So, currently I'm riding Onyx Classic Hubs with an antifreeze green with our logo engraved. 32 hole with Supreme CX ray spokes, and I've got race face arc offset 35 rims alloy, so as to not break the bank and still be a, you know, a semi-affordable high-end wheel set. Semi-affordable being, you know, these wheels are probably in the 1100, 1200 range versus doing carbon at 1800 and up. So, and then on the tires, I'm running Maxxis Recon Plus 27.5 by 2.8 with Cush Core for plus size, and that makes this bike just handle freaking awesome. Now I'm going slow because it's been a while since I've been here, and it's been a while since I've ridden. And it's not the hottest of days, but it's a little muggy. But anyway, back to the wheels. To make it fair, I have ordered another pair of Onyx Hubs, this time in purple, with our logo engraved. it will be 28 hole, so 28 spokes per wheel versus 32. I will use Supeme CX-Ray spokes again to keep it even. And then I've got, this time I'll be doing green nipples instead of purple nipples on my current wheels I'm riding. Oh yeah, and current wheels, I've got green decals. So green hub, purple nipples, green decals. New wheels, purple hubs, green nipples, purple decals. Same rims between the two wheels, just 27.5 plus versus 29. So the rims will be 28 hole, race face arc offset 35s again, but in a 29-inch wheel. I will again use Cush core for 29 plus. And still up. Yep, got it. And the tires, to keep it even, I've got 29 plus tires coming also, which will be Recons again. And 29, not plus, but mid plus, I guess, whatever. 29 by 2.6 wide. I know it's going to add some weight, but will it enhance the ride quality of this bike? Will it decrease the ride quality of this bike? Or will it be a mixed bag? Will it be better this way than that, or this bike right now is better this way than that? So, we shall see. I believe they just shipped the hubs, and I should be seeing them tomorrow, I hope. I've got a 3-pound box coming from Onyx with, I'm assuming, 2 sets of hubs. One for myself personally on this wheel set test, and another set for our titanium Quanah road bike dream build. It's going to be a showpiece for the shop that I'll get to ride. Neener. So, so far, I love this bike. It is fun. Some people say, oh, the honzo frame's heavy. Okay. That's fine. It may be 7 pounds, which, yes, for steel, is heavier than, let's say, a Niner or somebody else's. But the honzo is stiffer, more playful, and can take a freaking beating. You will not have to go lightly on this frame. Quanahs are not made to be ridden light. They're meant to be ridden. My brother once told me that he's got some nicer cars. At the time, his nicest was a Jaguar, which now he's got much better. But anyway, he let me use it for prom. Take my prom date to prom in his Jaguar XJ 220, not XJ, XKR, I believe, convertible. And he told me it's a car, it's meant to be driven, so have fun. Well, within reason, we had fun. I was gonna push it, wasn't my car. But anyway, Quanahs are meant to be ridden. Simple as that. So, If you simply want a bike to be light and fast, Quanah may not be the one you want. If you want a bike that's the best, that touts they're the best, which really is subject to interpretation, and they throw a bunch of advertising money into saying they're the best, when really they may not be. Quanah never said they were the best. Probably never will. They simply make a bike that is fun to ride. It is fast under the right rider. Certain models, of course, are faster than others. But they just make a good bike. And that's really all they want to do. Okay. Sun's coming out a little bit. Baking me a little more than I like. Here, leaser, leaser, leaser. You know, with Quanah versus some of the big boys, Track, Specialized, Giant, Cannondale, whoever else you may want to put up there. Now, Quanah, they don't advertise that this is the bike you want, that this is the bike you need, and try and entice you, sometimes tricking you into buying the bike. Quanah doesn't really do that. They simply let the bike speak for itself, which can be harder to sell them. But Quanah has a following, and there's a reason for that. Just like Subarus do, a reason for that too. They just simply make a good product. The battery may not last for the whole ride. So, getting off of this bike, let's get on to talking about my next bike, or the dream build anyway, for the shop, which will be the bike I'll ride for a little bit. It'll be my road bike. So, what are we doing with it? Well, we got our hands on, it's an older model, but still a sweet ride. We got a 2017 Quanah Isato tie. It is rim brake, so that's a little knock against it. However, it can fit up to 35mm tires or 28s with fenders. So it was a gravel bike at the time, before all the newer stuff started kind of coming out, getting wider, fatter, whatever the case is. Damn. Anyway, it is a titanium frame made by Linsky, 56 centimeter, which from what I can tell should fit me. Might be a little big. I can make it work. I'll ride anywhere from a 54 to 56, depending on the brand. It will have SRAM red axis all over. So SRAM red axis road 2x12 drivetrain. It will use the SRAM red axis rim brakes. It will have Onyx Classic and Vesper rear hub, or Classic front, Vesper rear. The front hub will have the slits, the cutouts in it. They will be in black aura color, which is like a bass boat black. From a distance they're black, up close they shimmer. Pretty cool. And then the widgets, so in the front hub, the axle, you can see it, it'll be purple. The widgets, the external stuff, will be black and purple. The rear hub will be same color scheme. It'll be laced up with Supreme CX Ray spokes and Knox Falcor 36 rims, I believe they're called. The rim brake models, with a whiskey carbon bar in a 44 or 46, I forget. I like them wide. I'm not a roadie, so I'm going to build it the way I want to ride it. It will have Easton EC and EA90, EC90 seat post, EA90 stem. Okay. Shit stain. On this road bike, I'll be putting Continental 5000, the new Continental GP 5000 tires, tubeless ready. I will set them up tubeless, see how what that's about on the road bike. It will have a carbon fork from Quanah. Carbon saddle from Fabric. The grip tape will be lizard skin, 3.5mm thick, in a harlequin pattern with black and purple. This thing's going to be really cool, and hopefully I'll be able to start it this week. This week being the week of July 27th, 2020. Otherwise, we still have a lot of repairs, a lot of work to do. Not many bikes to sell, but they're trickling in. We should start seeing more of them in the close to fall. But we do have a shipment arriving next month. But we have been allocated some big honzos and big honzo DLs, as well as a couple of Lanais and a lava dome, which I'm very sure that one's already sold. So, other than that, that's kind of the shop thing. Quanah Hill Trail is pretty fun so far. Last time I rode it, it was, I think I was on my Jekyll, my Cannondale Jekyll. I don't believe I was on my Quanah yet. Oh man. Whew. Where's that wind? Anyway, more recently, what's happening in our life? If you didn't know already, Jenny's pregnant. So we have a little boy coming. Due date of September 4th this year. So that's a big one. Not sure on the name yet. come up with one soon. We have one picked out we keep coming back to. Doctor Who based. Rory Quinn. Kind of like that one. If it would have been a girl, it would have been River Rose. Maybe next time. Then, more recently, I have freshly gotten off of Effexor, which is an antidepressant. The reason I was put on it was back in 2018, there were a lot of stressors going on in a very short period of time. So, what kind of stressors? Well, one, I was building out Bonsai 2.0, doing the floor, doing all the work inside, getting inspected, all that stuff. I was running a shop at the same time at Heritage. I had to hire a new employee because my key employee got sniped by one of my old key employees. I can't blame him. Good money. It's the direction he wanted to go. So, building out a shop, running a shop, finding another employee, key employee. We were planning a wedding and getting married in July. Went on a honeymoon, and when we got back, I still had to finish the shop and move the shop, all within July to August, no later than September. Just, I did it to myself. But anyway, going to our cabin for a honeymoon in northern Minnesota was just amazing. We haven't been there in 2 years. We need to go back. Just life gets in the way. But going up there, everything just slows down. Kind of like out here at Quanah Hill. This is a nice experience out here. Obviously, there's nobody else here. It's the middle of the day in the heat, so other people have better things to do. It is a Monday. People going to work or whatever they're doing. But out here it's just quiet. It's nice. Unplug, yada yada. Anyway, when we got back from the honeymoon after being slowed down so much, life sped up extremely fast with getting the shop moved, moving stuff, packing stuff, getting the shop inspected. That wore me out, which I didn't have to. It's just, I heard with NRH it's hit or miss with who you get. Ours was, in our main space, was very easy. So I did it to myself, overstressing on that. But anyway, freshly married, came back from wedding or honeymoon. We got right back into building the shop, finishing the floors, run the other shop, and moving it in like 3 days. And then opening the shop back up 3 days after. Well, moving 3 days. We were closed early Saturday, closed Sunday, Monday, opened up Tuesday. And Sunday, Monday we moved. And just no time. You know, I did it to myself. But I knew something wasn't right, and driving to and from work, just the stress of everything got to me, and driving straight into a telephone pole looked very enticing at the time. So I told my wife and my parents that something's not right. I need some help of some sort. So I went to the doctor, gave me some Ambien because I wasn't sleeping. That alone helped a ton. And then he prescribed me some Effexor that I didn't have to take, but he got it for me just in case. And after a week of Ambien, I decided to try it, and it worked. It definitely helped in that time frame, especially. And now, I got off Effexor. It was a low dose, 75 milligram. Got off it 2 weeks ago, I think. Maybe a week ago. Week and a half, max. Just because I was feeling numb last couple months, just, I don't know, like there's nothing going on, or I can't see what's going on. It's just the same thing every day, you know, every week. Go to work, come home, have Monday and Wednesday off. Mondays are a day off. Wednesday is a doctor's appointment every week for the baby. Go back to work, do it all over again. So my prescription ran out. I decided to quit it without doctor involved, because hell, my doctor changed twice since then because of fucking insurance. Anyway, got off cold turkey, which was an experience. The two worst things for me were came in stages. So the first stage was what I would call, and what seems to be the word or term for it, of brain zaps. Which, if you don't know what that is, think of it like maybe a micro seizure. It starts in the back of your skull, the base of your brain, and can shoot down your back through your extremities. And it's just a small, like a cold chill almost, except you can hear it, which is weird, very weird. Anyway, that went on for a couple days. And next one was, I'd like to call Restless Leg Syndrome, but it wasn't really that. Just kept giving myself Charlie horses at night around 3 o'clock. Just couldn't get comfortable. That lasted a couple days. And at that time, the brain zaps were still there but got better. And with the brain zap, you can look left and right and cause it. Just left and right. It's weird. Anyway, got through that. Got through the restless leg, kind of whatever you want to call it. I had that a little bit tonight, or this morning. And then the irritability started. I think I'm through that for the most part too. But I do feel a lot less numb now, which is good. You know, but the effects of withdrawal are stupid. Why would somebody put you on that? Of course, it was my choice. He gave the option. I decided to do it. It worked for what it was needed for. So it was a tool that I chose to use. And it definitely did the trick for what it needed. But now all the stressors are, all the big stressors are gone. Don't have any more Ambien. Haven't had that for a while. Of course, I could self-medicate with marijuana or whatever else. I'm not against it. My buddy had mentioned a product called 5-HTP, which is a natural thing. So I got some off Amazon, which definitely does work. Helps me sleep and de-stresses as well. So we'll see how that works for a while until I can build up my tolerances again. You might say, oh, try CBD. I'm like, well, I tried that, and I think that's what got me into this mess. I tried the oil, maybe it was too much. Battery's gonna die. And it almost felt like I relied on it too much, and I lost my built-in stress control that I built up over the years. And I just didn't have anything to block it mentally except for an oil. And even then, it didn't really work. It just seemed to make things worse. So for me, it didn't work when it really, really needed to. It seemed to make it worse. But anyway, back to the ride. Then we'll get to the little more downhill stuff before my battery dies. My GoPro. Or maybe I can... Freaking flies. We can go back to the car, start it up, cool off a little bit. Let my battery charge a little more, and then come back for the bigger stuff. That might be what I do. It's probably a good idea. That's a good idea, Brian. You're gonna do that. Alright, let's do that. I really want to get this whole trail on video. If I just do it all at once, it's not gonna happen. Yes, I know. I'm going slow. It's just a little climb. Nothing major. Go cry home without. This is the time of year, though. I really wish I had an e-bike, just because I can really enjoy the ride a lot more, because I just don't have the time. When I do have the time, it's the middle of the day, and I am not acclimated to Texas heat. But that wind is nice, and I would get to ride complete, or ride to complete muscle fatigue, and not ride like right now where my heat and cardio are holding me back. And you still got to work on it on the e-bike. Instead of doing one lap out here, maybe 1.5 today, I do 3 or 4, just because I could, and it'd be fun, and I enjoy it, because that's why I ride. I enjoy it, not to race, not to be fast, just to enjoy it. Used to race, been there, done that. I wouldn't mind doing another enduro here and there. Those are fun. But just riding, enjoying harder trails. E-bike, which I've actually got a demo Quanah e-bike coming for this model year. A remote 160 in my size. So that thing should be a blast. Super, super fun. Throw on some Onyx Hubs so you can pedal it easier. Pedal up anything without the motor. And just it would coast like nothing else. That's what I did with my Continental Motor I had and I sold. I put Onyx Hubs on it so I could pedal it up the steeper climbs at like Sansom without the motor working, just to see how well it works as a bike. Which it worked good as a bike. It's heavy as shit, but it works. Ew. Oh yeah. I've got new shorts today too. No more Christmas green and red. No more green Cannondale shorts. I've got some blue race face shorts now. And black and gray and a few others. Finally. So far I like them. They're pretty comfy. They're sizing those off, I would say. Normally I wear an extra large right now, and these I have to wear an extra extra large, and even then they're a little tight. Not in the waist, but the hips and the ass. Let's see. Where am I? So I see that stuff. I'm guessing I'm here. Could ride that road, I guess, in theory all the way back, most of the way back. But let's keep going this way. I guess I'll wait until the camera shuts off. I hear the beep of death, and then I'll fast track my way back and try and start off about where the camera ended. Now I'm just cruising on in. Back to the car, turn it on, cool off, charge the GoPro, and then eat some stuff, body armor. This would be a really fun trail in the winter or fall, or if you weren't me, were acclimated to this heat. I mean, it's not horrible heat. There is a decent breeze, and it's not like it's freaking humid like Gateway can be, or especially Sansom Park. Sansom, you just think about it, you get instant swamp ass. Bunny rabbit. It's interesting, my cranks aren't creaking anymore. Don't seem to be anyway. Oh, there it was. Spoke too soon. Sent Raceface an email about that. So we'll see if they come back with a solution. Which I think they will. In the past, they've always been pretty good if there was an actual issue, not user or writer error. Leave me alone. Oh yeah, so you want to hear about the new Honzo, huh? Well, just imagine what I've built here, geometry-wise. 140mm travel fork. Mine's probably sitting, stock geometry on this was 68 degrees with a 120mm travel fork. With 140, it's probably sitting closer to 67, 67 and a half, somewhere in there. New one is 66, made for 140 travel. Steel frame still, but they only sell it as a frame. We do have those on order, like 7 or 8 of them, just the frames. All the geometry specs look very similar, except for head tube angle, of course. It's more modeled off the Process 134, if that makes any sense. So, slightly less short wheelbase. Mine tucked in is at 415mm. That one, the new one, tucked in at 420. And then, let's see. That's it. Another crossing. They've got the ESD, Honzo ESD, which is a complete and frame. We got both of those coming at some point. Steel frame again. Enduro hardtail. 63-degree head angle, if I remember right. 150mm travel, Marzocchi. Little longer wheelbase. I forget the chainstay length, but it is modeled after one of the new processes. And I'm not going to tell you which one, because that one is freaking amazing. It is not ones that were available last year, or 2020. It's all new. So, just wait. But their line does look really good this year. I've cut out a lot of the fat, toned it down a little bit, less skews, kept the highest selling items and the most popular, added a couple new ones. I think overall they've done a great job. So this is the red, which is like 1.5 miles or something like that, a little less. made my arms tingle. Or itchy, anyway. Oh, man. Alright, so we made it back around, chilled out in the car a little bit to cool off, and now we're coming back around the yellow to the orange. I forget the name of the trail, but we're about to drop into the orange one, Bankhead, I guess. I'm definitely starting to feel it a little bit today. Resting was nice, but then the tiredness sets in. I'm not as hot. That's good. That's always good. So we'll do Bankhead. It's about 1.5 miles, I think. 1.7. Something like that. Pretty fun trail. Pretty sure this was here before. Well, this was here before the last time I rode it in 2017 or so. I'm not gonna push it. I'm definitely not feeling the push today. I'm feeling the cruise today. But you should get the idea of this trail. Oh yeah, this is where it failed last time. The camera, I mean. My arms got tingly. I did not climb this on the previous one. I went to the left and cut it short. Which I don't want to do. I'm not going to. Pedal's still clipped. Easy gear, here we go. Climbity climb. Climbity climb. Okay. Hit the pedal. If I had more speed, this could be a little fun, a little whoop-de-doo, but I don't. And I don't plan on pushing for more speed either, but pedaling today. That's not creepy at all. Little horse head. Little frame. Bridge.